What if I told you that a seemingly harmless raccoon could pose a hidden danger creeping into our cities? It's not just about rummaging through trash cans or raiding gardens, there's much more happening beneath the surface. As urban areas expand, raccoon populations are on the rise, and some cities are even turning to artificial intelligence to manage these numbers. It sounds futuristic, right? But have you considered what this really means for our furry friends and for us? Imagine a smart city equipped with AI systems designed to monitor wildlife. While this may seem like a good idea, it could quickly become problematic. Picture algorithms tracking raccoon movements and trying to predict their behavior. But what if these systems make mistakes? The hidden dangers of this approach can be alarming. We might think we're controlling the raccoon population, but we could disrupt their natural habits. A raccoon caught on camera is just data, but that data can lead to decisions affecting their survival and ours. Let's break it down. Suppose you set traps based on an AI report, believing you're helping. The raccoons you trap might be the very ones maintaining balance in your ecosystem. Remove them, and what do you think happens next? Other animals could move in, creating an even bigger problem. And it gets more concerning. These systems often rely on outdated information. Raccoons are clever and adapt quickly. What if the AI can't keep up? You could end up with misguided management leading to unexpected consequences. Now, consider this: what if trying to manage these creatures actually leads to more conflicts between humans and raccoons? As they were pushed out of their territories, they might invade our spaces more aggressively. It's a cycle that feeds on itself, increasing tensions, and we find ourselves caught in the middle. So, what's the solution? Maybe it's time to rethink our approach. Instead of relying solely on technology, what if we paired it with a deeper understanding of raccoon behavior? By observing their needs and patterns, we might find a way to coexist peacefully. The takeaway: it's a delicate balance. Rather than viewing raccoons just as pests, we should see them as indicators of a larger issue or impact on the environment. As we embrace technology, let's not lose sight of the natural world around us. Next time you spot a raccoon, remember there's more to the story than meets the eye. It might be time to reflect on our actions and decisions. After all, we share this planet. Let's consider the consequences of our choices. Did you know that those adorable raccoons rummaging through trash might be hiding a bigger issue? It's not just their antics that are concerning, it's what's happening behind the scenes that you really need to know about. Imagine walking through your neighborhood and realizing these furry bandits are becoming more than just a minor annoyance. They're multiplying rapidly, and the methods used to control their population could be more dangerous than you think. Many believe artificial intelligence can solve various problems, including managing raccoon populations. But here's the catch: the hidden risks of using AI in wildlife management can lead to unexpected consequences. Picture this: an AI system designed to track raccoon movements, predicting when they'll dive into the nearest dumpster. Sounds efficient, right? But what if that technology malfunctions, making inaccurate predictions that disrupt the ecosystem in serious ways? You might wonder, how could that happen? Well, imagine a neighborhood where the AI mistakenly identifies a healthy raccoon family as a threat. The result: an unnecessary culling that impacts not only the raccoon population but also disturbs the natural balance of the entire community. Real-life examples are already surfacing. Communities relying on touch-based solutions are facing more conflicts. Raccoons, feeling the pressure, become bolder, breaking into homes and causing property damage. Suddenly, that cute raccoon you spotted last summer don't seem so charming anymore. And what about the ethical concerns? We're talking about intelligent beings affected by algorithms that don't consider the emotional and ecological impact of their actions. Think about the families who've encountered these altered raccoons, feeling fear instead of fascination. Now, let's raise the stakes. What happens when this AI-driven approach fails? An entire area could become overwhelmed with raccoons, their behavior shifting under the stress of poor management. Their under the BA, BCA, PA, those once whimsical nighttime visitors could turn into a real nightmare. So, what's the answer? Should we completely abandon technology? Not necessarily. The solution lies in finding a balance between innovation and instinct. Communities should focus on humane methods, blending traditional wildlife management with smart technology that respects the animals. As you think about this, it's clear that managing raccoon populations requires more than just algorithms. It calls for a deeper understanding of the delicate balance in nature. Next time you spot a raccoon, take a moment to think twice. There's much more beneath that furry exterior than you might realize. Perhaps it's time we learned to coexist in a way that protects both our neighborhoods and the wildlife around us. If this has piqued your interest, stay tuned for more insights on wildlife management. It's a discussion worth having. Have you ever spotted a raccoon in your backyard? At first glance, they might seem harmless, even a bit cute. But what if I told you these furry creatures are actually under a lot of stress and you might be contributing to it? Many people don't realize the hidden issues that come with our fascination for wildlife. Raccoons, once thriving in urban areas, are now facing an unseen crisis. It's not just about their survival, it's also about how we manage their populations. Artificial intelligence is stepping in, promising smarter ways to control these populations. Promise to control this small Martin listen center the ocean. Well, say usually be Sounds impressive, right? But what if this technology is causing more harm than good? Stick with me as we dive deeper. Imagine a raccoon rummaging through a trash can, its eyes wide with anxiety. It's not just searching for food, it's reacting to the chaos around it. This stress can lead to unpredictable behavior, making the raccoon more vulnerable to diseases and to us. AI systems are tracking these raccoon populations by analyzing data, monitoring movements, and suggesting interventions. However, these systems often overlook the emotional impact on the animals. They miss the signs of stress, such as frantic gestures or pacing subtle signals that indicate a creature in distress. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by technology? That's the daily reality for raccoons. They are not just adjusting to human presence, they're also navigating algorithms that determine their fate. Picture your backyard filled with raccoons, each one silently crying out for help. The AI might suggest trapping or relocating them, but what happens to their families? The emotional bonds they share are just as real as ours, and disrupting their lives could lead to consequences we can't fully understand. As tensions rise, many might dismiss the situation, thinking nature will always find a way. But the truth is, they're adapting, not thriving. They're losing their instincts and becoming more anxious and desperate, and we're the ones pulling the strings. So, what's the solution? What's the solution?